Hey everybody, welcome to Universal Man. Today we've got another episode of the Porn Free FAQs where I answer frequently asked questions around the topic of quitting porn and rebooting your brain. And today we're going to look at the question of what is the best porn blocker? And I'm sorry to disappoint you, but it's kind of a trick answer. The best porn blocker is you. And the reason I wanted to make a whole video about this is because this is a huge misconception I see in the porn recovery community. It's the idea that if you just lock down your technology enough, then that's it. You'll quit. But that's not true at all. All that porn blockers can be for you is a tool. And they can be a useful tool, but that's all they'll be. Because at the end of the day, what it'll offer you is just space. A porn blocker can prevent you from making a split-second poor decision. And that's not negligible. That's a useful thing, especially if you're someone who tends to kind of compulsively search for porn and, do it on autopilot and whatnot. A porn blocker can be great for interrupting that pattern. But if you decide that you want to see porn, you're going to end up seeing it, right? At some point, your self-talk and self-control and your self-discipline, that's going to have to get into the picture and be the primary source of your self-control, right? So, a lot of time, I didn't use a porn blocker when I quit porn, and for a large percentage of my individual clients don't use porn blockers. A bunch of guys have, and a bunch of guys in my community, they certainly do use porn blockers as tools, but they're just not the answer. Eventually, you're just going to have to learn how to deal with the urge that comes up inside of you and say, no, that's not good for us. But with that being said, they certainly do have a place and they do serve a purpose and they're not bad by any means. And so if you want to use one, go ahead and use one. I know there's a few popular ones out there, like Covenant Eyes is a big one. That's pretty popular. And then the other one I see is K9 a lot. And I know there's way more than that. So, since I never really use them, I don't really have much to say about them. But if you want to use one, use it. Just recognize it's not a solution. All right, it's not a solution. So what you need is to have a plan. You need to have a plan of what do you do when you get triggered? How do you interrupt your patterns of porn use behavior? And if you want to learn and answer all that stuff, then check out my Sexual Self-Mastery series because I get in super detail with all of that. Not to mention, if you want more in-depth planning on how to deal with technology and that sort of thing, well then check out that Sexual Self-Mastery series where I key in specifically on those things. So that's what I have for you guys today. Thanks for listening. Stay sharp. I'll see you in the next one. If you're ready to kick your porn habit and start thriving in real life rather than living in a fantasy, then check out my free Reboot Regimen Guide by clicking the link in the description. In it, I'll teach you the system of simple lifestyle and habit shifts that I've used to help thousands of guys quit porn and transform their lives. Also, if you want to see more content like this, then you just need to press 2 buttons, the subscribe button and then the bell button to turn on notifications. And if you could leave a like while you're at it, I'd really appreciate it.